Strap yourself in,
because we're set up, switched on, and ready to go.
Enjoy this presentation of the Jimmy Mack Healing Show.
Hey everybody, Jimmy Mack coming to you live with our latest transmission and download of the Jimmy Mack Healing Show. And we're starting a little bit early tonight. It's always good. And hope everybody's doing well. We're coming to you live out of the Tampa Bay area of Florida. Hope everybody's doing well and staying safe, or as they like to say, we're all in this together, right? So be careful out there and all that's going on. Certainly if you're immune compromised, I probably would take more precautions. Me, myself, I'm fearless, but that's just me. So keep it in mind, only you really know the best part about what you can handle, what you can't, whether you need the glove and mask up and that sort of thing or not. And so it's really up to you. And, of course, whatever laws, rules, or regulations are going on in your little area of the world, that's for sure. So whatever you got to do to keep on keeping on, definitely do. So we're glad you're here tonight. Join us here each week, of course, 9 p.m. Eastern. We bring it to you live. We always have different guests on and co-hosts with me. And also, if you haven't already signed up for our newsletter, you can just go to jimmymackhealing.com, sign up for the newsletter there. It's all free. Comes out on Wednesday. It's an e-newsletter. Nothing but audio in there, free video, affirmations, comics, that sort of thing to keep you pumped up and hopefully entertained, especially during what we're dealing with right now. So keep that in mind. We also have a COVID-19 audio MP3 that's out. It's actually free with purchase. We ran it free all weekend, this past weekend for everybody. And now you can actually get it without paying anything. You just get something from our shop. So you can go to jimmymackhealingshop.com and you'll see all the details there. It's a really good audio. It's about 20 minutes long, and it's very encompassing and also takes into account, of course, allergies, fear, things to do with money, fear of future, maybe employment, being stranded with the family at home. That's new for a lot of people, right? And so there's a lot of trials and tribulations going on beyond the fear factor of just another virus, if you will. There's a lot going on are other factors that are involved. So look into that when you can. Look forward to taking as many callers as we can tonight. This is a huge part of us giving back. We do want to give everybody that we can messages from Spirit and, of course, healings. If you need a healing, hopefully you have the ability to stand up, face due north, and we'll rock things out for you. Or if you have a pendulum, we can use that. We do ask that you keep it down to one question. I think one of my pet peeves you can laugh over is when they go, I don't know. People just say, just tell me what Spirit has to tell me. It's like, no, you think of something. Be more direct. Go with relationships, work, job, career. Hell, ask when's this virus going to be over? Whatever pops into your mind. Can be health, can be any number of things. If you can't think of anything, I have lists on my nightstand every night of things I clear and work on the next day that come through in the middle of the night. It's always interesting. So grab something, relationships, work, job, career, maybe a health challenge, maybe what's coming up on your birthday, if you should marry Freddie or not. Make it interesting. I think the more exacting you are, at least in an arena, the higher probability you'll get an awesome message that will be spot on as opposed to just a general reading. So keep that in mind. We're excited about tonight's co-host and guest. It's Joanne Psychic Leo. She's on every first Tuesday of the month with me, and she really brings it. She does a lot with, of course, astrology, the numerology, cards, angel cards. She does a little bit of everything. We call it readings from the heart, and it's always spot on and very accurate. So welcome to the show, Joanne. How are you tonight, honey?
I'm good, Jimmy.
Good. We're glad you're here, honey. You doing okay?
I'm doing okay. I'm hanging in there, sequestered, but I'm
okay, good. Yeah. Speaking of people that need to stay indoors, that might be you, love.
Oh, yeah.
It is. You don't need to be roaming at the malls or the closed beaches or anywhere, right?
Well, you know what, Jimmy? Thanks to you, I recovered, but it's no joke, that respiratory thing that I had in December of 2015 almost took me out. So really
you got to be cautious.
Vigilant.
Yeah, and your man does too. That's for sure, honey. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you being here. We're excited about the show tonight, and you always bring it. So tell folks, what is the best website to log on to, or your phone number, honey, to get a better reading than just cursory tonight?
Right. Psychic, and it's Joanne, Joanne, Leo.com. And they can always text me or call me at 727-743-3400. And I'm working on doing the new, I'm working with the Duo app and doing the virtual readings now, which has been really great.
Well, that is cool. And that's similar to Skype or the other one, the Zoom, or it's called Duo?
Yes, it's the Duo app, and it's great. I like it better than Skype, to be honest with you. And I haven't really done the Zoom. That seems a little bit more entailed, so I have to kind of study up on that. But we do that. We do Zoom. We do Zoom. Yeah, we do Zoom once a month. We do a show on that, and I can't even remember from month to month. I have to have Sandy walking me through it. So thank God she's there to take the control. So, it's kind of our joke. The talent's got to do what the talent's got to do. I can't figure out Zoom. So. Well, I think it's really great doing this virtual, because really they can see me, I can see them. It's like they're sitting right next to me in my living room. So.
Oh, that is cool. That's called Duo.
Yeah. Yes, the Duo.
Very nice.
And it's been really, really great. A lot of existing repeat clients love it. I mean, they just love it.
Sure. I'm betting it's a free download too.
It's by Google, so it's a Google app.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So it's done. Me, I like the path of least resistance of complicated. It wasn't complicated because it's connected to your contacts. So let's say it's a new client. All you have to do is put them in your contact list, and boom, there you go.
Oh, that's cool then. Yeah. Nice. Well.
Yeah.
Whatever we can do to help folks, I've been doing phone and Skype so long, it's not a change to me whatsoever, but, I can imagine I wouldn't want to be a single massage therapist right now or own a little coffee shop somewhere on the beach. You'd be in some dire trouble right now, So we got to stay sensitive, of course, to all the folks that are out there. You're certainly in our thoughts and prayers that this thing's going to turn around pretty quick, hopefully. And I kept thinking it was July, then I thought June. I'm hoping by the second or third week in May they might turn the faucet back on, or we'll get some sort of semblance of normalcy at least. So we'll see. Anyway, we're praying towards that, and we'll grab some callers, honey, and go for it.
That sounds great. That sounds great. I'm ready.
Awesome.
I brought
954.
Archangel Michael.
Oh, good.
I got my Archangel Michael cards too. Yeah. So
I love it. All right. 954 is our first caller. Hi, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is B, and I'm calling from Fort Lauderdale.
B?
Yeah.
Okay, as in bee, bumblebee. Got it. All right, what's your question, honey?
Well, first, thank you so much for having me today.
Mm-hmm.
And my question is actually a relationship question. It's kind of strange. I've been friends with somebody, and for some reason, I always feel there's a connection there, but I'm not sure if that means anything, in terms of like, is that potential relationship or something, or do you see anything that?
Well, B, I work with the soul energy, and what is the first name of this person?
Ray.
Ray? Okay.
Yeah.
And do you know the birth date?
No.
Okay. All righty. So how long have you known this person?
Quite a bunch of years.
Okay. What I'm picking up, and I'm a clairsensor, and clairvoyant, but what I'm picking up is that this guy's got a commitment issue.
Okay.
What's your birthday?
May 29th, 1960.
Okay. So, okay, hang on a second. The thing with this guy is he kind of like not really great with communication.
Yep.
Yeah, and what I pick up here is that he's a stuffer. So he lives in his head and keeps things to himself. So you have to play 20 questions. Am I correct?
Mhm. Definitely.
Yeah. And it's just that I don't want you to get your heart all wrapped up in this guy. That it's got to be a fair playing field here. The best thing with somebody like Ray, and I wish I had his birthday because I channel numerology, so it's like a download from heaven. And your name and your birth date is really connected to your soul. So I'm a soul reader. And so what I'm picking up about him is that he's had relationships and they fail because he doesn't share, he doesn't, you have to use too much guesswork, and he's got a commitment issue, so he's afraid to really kind of shore up and join forces. Do you understand?
Yeah,
so
totally.
You've got to ask open-ended questions with this guy.
Okay.
What do you think about a relationship? Are you open for a relationship? You got to ask open-ended questions because this guy is not going to spit him out of his mouth. I'm going to tell you right now.
Okay, well, I appreciate that. Was there anything that you see in terms of somebody else or?
I do. If you would just not get so hung up on this guy, or because he might give you a little word here and there that kind of piques your interest, but I think you're taking it too far. I do feel that I think this is a good time. I feel like April, May, and June would be more of you getting into some sort of relationship. Are you talking to other people besides this guy?
No, it was just a weird feeling that I had, but no, not as well. I'm talking to some people, but not in terms of I haven't thought of them in terms of a relationship.
Okay. Well, I feel like by June, you're gonna really start getting. Don't waste your time with people it's like pulling teeth in order for them to communicate. Okay. I'm known as a straight shooter reader, so it's probably not what you want to hear or whatever, but I do feel by year end, I do feel that you'll be in a relationship. It takes time to build that, but I don't think it's this guy, to be honest with you.
No, that's
really, it's like pulling teeth with this guy, so I wouldn't waste my energy.
Okay, I appreciate that. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Okay.
It tests weak, honey. That's all I can tell you in terms of strength or weakness. He tests really weak, so I think it's more of a, it would be nice, or somehow you might, daydream about it or whatever, but, he's not even on the same page. So I definitely would be hunting in another field on that program, that's for sure. So, and this is a good time, too, keep in mind, to get to know people. Gosh, all you can do is talk on the phone and text, or use Duo like Joanne mentioned, or Skype or Zoom or whatever you want, FaceTime, whatever you got, you know what I mean? So now it's a good time to kind of lay down some foundations to really get to know the person before you violate the 6-foot rule, right? So
Exactly.
keep that in mind too. Yeah, don't let all the fear rain down on your parade on that. It's a great time to get to know people. So, okay.
Quick question for you. I'm having wicked anxiety. Would you be able to do healing on me, or is that
stand up? Stand up.
Okay.
Stand up. We'll do anxiety for you and everybody that hears the sound of my voice tonight or in the future. It's going to pull you forward there, B. We find that computer file of anxiety. And you'll feel the pull forward.
Yep.
And we're going to release it, resolve it, delete and erase it, disentangle it all out now. It's going to pull you backwards and keep pulling until it releases.
Okay.
And it'll bring you back to neutral once it's done. Anybody that's ever told me they had anxiety, it doesn't even end up being stress, it's tension. So grab that too. I am tension-filled. Just own that and wait till it pulls you forward.
Okay.
Yeah, and we're going to release it, resolve it, have her learn all the lessons she needed to from it. Release her from the service to it. Pull her straight back when you're done. You'll feel that wave, and then it's going to pull you back, and then pull you back to neutral once it's finished.
Oh, my God, I got really pulled back really far.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and just ride that out until it brings you back to neutral.
Okay.
And I don't even get that it's yours, by the way. It's stuff you're picking up on. You know, try to go a day or two without watching the news at least. I call it the COVID-19 news. That's all that's on anymore. So, you know, I swear it's like, it reminds me of the Hunger Games, if you've seen those movies, and I'm waiting for them to announce at any moment, go dun, 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 and now, word from the Capitol. Like, that's how outrageous it is. It's so funny, right? It's like we're in this crazy sci-fi zombie movie or something. So just know that a lot of this stuff isn't even yours. It doesn't even test that it's yours when I'm in it. And, you know, do everything you can to get outside, garden, exercise, whatever your thing is. So if you feel like taking a nap, take a nap. It's okay. Okay?
Thank you so much. Blessings to both of you.
You bet.
Please protect.
You bet. Oh, you too. Thanks. We're glad you called in, honey. Thank you.
Thank you.
You bet. Have a great night. 518's our next caller. Hi, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, this is Eileen from Albany, New York.
Hey, Eileen. How are you, honey?
I'm good. How are you?
Well, good. Thanks for even asking. Gosh. Did you have a question for Joanne, honey?
Well, yeah, actually, it's, yes. When my dad passed, I well, before he passed, he was hospitalized. He had a beautiful cross. And I actually asked a psychic a handful of years ago, we can't find it, but we know it's somewhere in the house. And for the life of me, I've done rooms over, I've gone through stuff, can't find it. And I don't know, I've actually had a dream where Dad would laugh at me and say, you're not going to find it. And I just didn't know if maybe Dad had a message or it's very baffling.
I feel that you have to look in a drawer. It's in a drawer somewhere. And it might be in a box, a soft thing, a box, a sock, a something, but it's in a drawer.
Okay. Okay, I'm sure I have some drawers I haven't been to yet. Okay.
That's what I picked up. What's your birthday, Eileen?
My birthday is 11/18/58, 58.
Okay. Yeah, see, there's a lot of family stuff going on with you this year, or some responsibility. what I'm just going to caution you on is give your advice, give your opinion, but let's stop being the fixer here. Fixers always wind up victims, and you're going to get yourself into a world of emotional drama. So give your advice, give your opinion, and quite frankly, take your hands off of it after that.
Okay. Would you be speaking about my daughter, basically?
Is she family, honey?
Yes, my daughter.
Okay, well, that's my point. My point is that this has to do with family. Your daughter. What's your daughter's birthday?
My daughter's birthday is 7/24/92.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so she really needs to shore it up and get her act together here and get some structure going. Is she worried about a financial situation, or is she just lazy?
Well, no, she's not lazy, and she does financially well, but her fiance is a bit of a spender. I talk to her about that at times, but they're the younger generation. They don't listen as good as, to me anyway. But
well, that's the point about giving your advice, giving your opinion. Take your hands off.
Okay.
Sadly, she'll have to recognize that when the chips don't keep adding up.
Right.
But she's she's the type of girl that she has to be focused because she's got a karmic debt with her birthday of staying focused and staying on task. So if she is, like you say, a good hard worker, that's half the battle of that karmic lesson.
Okay.
She can tend to be a little picky and a little perfectionist, kind of sort of wants everything a certain way. And
yes.
The thing that if I was reading for her is I would tell her, first of all, there's nothing that's perfect. The only thing that I know that's perfect is God. So they wind up being disappointed. I've been reading for 40 years, and I haven't met a happy perfectionist yet, not one. So I'm still looking. Okay? So I think she can be very stubborn or closed off because she lives in her head too much. So,
yes.
You can still give your opinion, honey, but
okay.
I don't think it's going to move her that much.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you, honey. Appreciate you calling in.
And
check those drawers, and it could be in a sock or a handkerchief or a box. You're going to have to really take things apart.
Oh, for the cross. Okay. I will keep.
Yeah, and keep in mind too, honey. I promise you, I believe beyond all doubt that they hear us. Your dad, from time to time, will be in the room, hear us tonight. I speak to them as if they're in the room with me, and I don't care who thinks I'm nuts. That's okay. But I have no doubt, and believe me, they couldn't care less about that cross right now or anything else. It's of little to no meaning to him. I promise you. And, he would almost laugh and go, get another cross, whatever, it's all good. When you go up into it and you see it's so beautiful, I can't even talk about it without tearing up, and the colors are so vivid and the angelic noise and everything is so profound. You couldn't care less about some old car or cross or anything else, once you're there. So I can say that for you, undoubtedly. He would say, go out and get another cross, pretend I gave it to you, whatever. It's not a big deal. Yeah. So, and this time, right now, everything we're going through now more than ever, it's people that matter, and it's our relationships, and you do the best you can with everybody. It has nothing to do with the material things at this point. So, makes sense?
I agree. Yes, absolutely.
Well, keep that in mind, okay? So whether you find it or not, believe me, it's okay. All right, honey. Take care. We're glad you called in.
Thank you for everything you do. you.
Oh, you bet. That's why we're here. Help out, contribute. That's for sure. Thank you.
Exactly.
Have a great night. Hey, we got Diane calling in from Australia. How are you tonight or today, honey? I should say today.
Yeah,
got to be Wednesday there, right? Good morning, she said. I love it.
It's 33 degrees Celsius, but about probably 90 degrees Fahrenheit. How are you?
Wow. Good. We're doing good. Thank you. Yeah, it's been a long time.
I'm finally glad I've worked this out how to use this system, and it's taken me so long to understand it. But anyhow, it's lovely to hear your voice and Joanne's as well. Jimmy, I'd like a healing for building up my immune system, please.
For what system, honey?
Building up my immune, having a strong
immune system. Okay, got it. Yeah, stand up. Yeah. So, yeah, I would jump to, we'll give it to Joanne too, all of us, everyone that's listening now or in the future. So you just start with my immune system is weak and see if you go forward, back, or in between.
My immune system is weak. I've gone backwards.
Yeah, so that's not the case. Yeah, good. So it's taken out any weakness. It'll bring you back to neutral when it's done. And there you go. And then we'll say, my immune system is strong.
My immune system is strong. Forward.
Good. And let that fill you up. It's going to pull, and then bring you back to neutral when it's done.
I'm rocking backwards and forwards, actually.
That's fine. Yeah, it's taking out anything that's interfering with the strength. It's deleting out all weakness. It'll slowly pull you back to neutral when it finishes. And keep in mind, you're doing it for yourself and me and Joanne and everybody that's listening. So it's going to take longer than if we just did you.
I've just come back to, normal position now.
Neutral. Beautiful. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
Yeah,
did you have a question for Joanne, honey?
Yes, Joanne, thank you. I'm sharing an apartment with a man. His date of birth is the 22nd of September, 1944. And because we're not meant to be going out so much, he's currently in hospital anyhow, but that's not because of anything to do with coronavirus. I'm just wondering how our compatibilities are, because obviously
what's your birthday?
We're in lockdown. I'm not allowed to go out and work. My birthday is 22nd of January.
I'm sorry, I missed that, honey. Say that again.
What, the first one was the 22nd of September. Mine is 22nd also, but it's from January 1959.
Well, you know what's really interesting, both of your birthdays, both of you have master numbers, which is really a gift from God. And it's earned from many, many lifetimes. And when I get into this, I'm getting into soul energy. Now, what's really interesting about this is the two of you are really basically made a deal, made a contract, made a promise to each other several lifetimes ago that you would get back together. And I really feel like this is like completing a circle of your relationship. I do feel he's very
he's not my boyfriend. He's not my boyfriend at all.
Well, what is he, your roommate? Is he your roommate?
That's correct. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
It doesn't matter. There's a soul connection between the two of you that is to be worked out in this lifetime. I think both of you are on the same page when it comes to moral values, organization, having things practical, all that kind of stuff. I think he's more sensitive, and I think you're a stronger person than he is. Is that true?
Well, because he's obviously older than I am, and I am stronger.
I'm talking about personally. I'm talking on a personal level. I feel like you're very strong. You're very sharp-witted, and I feel that he is more sensitive, more emotional.
Yes.
And so it's like the yin and the yang, the two of you. Okay, whether you're roommates or whether there's a connection, it doesn't mean that he has to be a boyfriend. A soul connection is a soul connection. That's why I'm not a big believer in soulmates, because you're going to meet hundreds of soul connections in a lifetime. Okay, so people get hung up on the soulmate thing, or they get confused, or I say that there's a soul connection. Well, it doesn't mean that. Sometimes it's a big lesson. Sometimes it's not always hunky-dory either. Okay? But I do feel that it's destiny that the two of you at some point in the conjuncture of this lifetime would be connected some way, somehow. Okay?
Yeah. So that makes her a good roommate, really. That's what So that's okay to be a roommate with this man on this day. At this stage.
I get it.
Thank you.
But there is a soul connection. You're welcome.
Thank you. And Jimmy, thank you. And I'll be ringing you up very shortly to book in another healing from you. So thank you both so much.
You're welcome, honey. We're glad you called in. Yes. Thank you.
Australia. God bless.
You as well.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Awesome. Joanne, hard to believe we're halfway through the show already. Tell folks the best website, email, and phone number to get a hold of you for private readings.
Yes, my website is Psychic Joanne Leo, which is JOANNE Leo.com. And they can always text or call me directly, 727-743-3400. I do soul charts, which is the name on your birth certificate, and your birth date is your blueprint. And it definitely gets very predictive, too, because it changes by the year, by the month, by the week, by the day. And your name reveals so much on what your strengths are and what you came here to work on a soul level. I also read several different types of cards for questions and direction, and I also do relationship charts.
Beautiful. And you and I have known each other for a very long time, so definitely recommend her, folks, if you want to go deeper and get a private reading, because it's pretty amazing. And she can go off on any tangent you want to go to, relationships, work, job, career, whatever you got going on, she can help you with it, give you some guidance. 503 is our next caller. Hi, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, it's Bruce in Portland.
Hey, Bruce from Portland. How are you tonight?
I'm good. How are you doing, Jimmy?
Good. Did you have a question for Joanne?
Yes, I did. So, with characteristic brilliant timing, I decided to resolve to be more social this year, hopefully leading to the romantic realm, which I've been missing from for a while. And then all this. So my question is, as we come out of this, using positive thinking, we are coming out of this, is it best to focus on myself and just let things flow in the romantic realm, or is it better to also put some focus on it? Do I leave it alone or not?
What's your birth date, Bruce?
1/23 of 59.
Okay. So here's the deal. The last year and a half, 12 to 18 months, hasn't been an easy rodeo. Okay, but here's the good news. When we go through that cycle, and we all go through it because it's just it's every, when we go through 8 years and we hit that 9 year, it's like we have to do kind of a soul cleansing, like going up into an attic of people, places, and things that change or that we need to understand. It's kind of like you open up that door in the attic and you go, this is a keep or this is a treasure, the people, places, and things. This I don't know about, I'm going to think about it. And then your other pile is I need to release that and let it go. So I think you're really ready, but I'm a tough life coach, okay? And Jimmy will tell you, I tell people buckle up because I'm going to give it to you straight. First of all, you can't go forward in a relationship with your past boo-boos, okay, unless you take the idea of how you learn and how you grew from the experiences you've done through. So you have to go in with a clean slate. Number 2, you have to have boundaries, and they have to be written, okay? What do you really truly want? It's like a non-negotiable list, okay? If I have to just kind of run through a non-negotiable list like I wrote mine, 50 years ago. But very succinctly, you get very clear so that when you're meeting somebody, you're into a relationship, you have a list to go by that's, it's not, set in stone, but it's pretty darn close. So right at the top of my non-negotiable list, the very first thing is if they were an alcoholic, druggie, reformed, or whatever, I wasn't going to do it because I wasn't going to be a rehab center, nor was I going to be an enabler. Number 2,
Amen.
I needed to have somebody who was an excellent communicator. Number 3, I needed to have somebody who wasn't afraid to say that they were sorry and that they looked at our relationship as a team and a partnership. Someone that I could, that we could agree to disagree. Somebody who definitely had goals and had a career. Somebody who was family oriented. My list was very specific. So if you're meeting somebody and they got a whole mishmash of problems with their family, trust me when I tell you you're going to be in the mishmash. Okay? That's just what's going to happen. I have to have somebody who I can respect, and it's got to be somebody who communicates. I'm not going to use guesswork. If you, and especially with your name, you're very sensitive, and a lot of times you hold your feelings to yourself, which is not good.
Oh, yeah.
So you have to be a better communicator. Okay?
Yeah.
I know that you're very smart. I know that you can be charismatic and you can have a great personality. But don't just do surface stuff. You've got to open up and really let your feelings be expressed. And the best thing I can tell you, Bruce, is to start using I statements. When that was said, I was embarrassed. When that happened, I was disappointed. There's no fight with I, so you've got to open up because you stop here, stop there.
Okay. Yeah, so own it.
Yeah. Well, you got to be real here. Okay? You can't hide within and keep things inside and expect the things on the outside to work. It doesn't happen.
Yeah.
You leave the other person with too much guesswork. So you get misunderstood because you're not talking. Okay?
I'm sorry it broke up. What?
You have to learn to communicate. You got to have 3 things in order to have a healthy relationship. That is trust, respect, and communication. If you lack in the communication department, everything gets miscommunicated.
Yeah. Well, I've been a terrible communicator in the past few years because I'm in a off-the-charts left-wing area, and I'm fairly conservative.
Okay. Well, there's got to be some conservative people there. You just haven't found them. Where do you live?
I live in Portland, Oregon. The home of Antifa.
Yeah. Were you born and raised
Portlandia.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Really?
I was raised in a kind of country club Republican area of upstate New York. All right.
Well, how did you wind up there?
Just because the kind of I call myself the hippie in the polo shirt.
Okay.
So my bundle of contradictions brought me out here because at the time I was still quite liberal, and it suited me so beautifully, but it's gone from liberal to radical, and the closer you are to a Marxist here, the closer you are to a Chavez Marxist here, the better.
Wow.
Okay.
Well,
I think
it's a huge area, Bruce. That's still a huge area, so bound to be your folks out there somewhere.
Yep.
Yeah, and that is correct. There definitely has to be. But here's the thing: is that when you're in a brand new cycle, and this is time for you to do things totally different. There's got to be some country club people or groups or whatever that would be like-minded or more open-minded to agree to disagree without getting radical or angry and all that other kind of stuff. It would also be a good time for you to really think about if you want to shift gears and move.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we'll talk in depth when I look you up.
Right. Well, you really need to get your chart done because I'll tell you something. It's mind-boggling that you will understand yourself like you can't believe once you get your chart done.
Okay. Can you do those for? Okay. Well, we'll talk later. But thank you very much.
Yep. Thanks for calling in, Bruce. And Lee, you can look it up. It's Psychic Joanne Leo, JOANNE Leo.com. And
Leo,
I'm pretty sure you're getting it. Psychic Joanne Leo, like she's a Leo.com. Yeah, like a lion. All right, buddy.
Right.
Appreciate you calling in. Have a good night. Thank you.
You too. All right.
All right. Bye for now. 314 is our next caller. Hi, what's your name? Where are you calling from? Hi, you're on live. 314. Sounds like a Missouri number-ish.
It does.
314.
Can you hear me?
Hi.
Hi, Jimmy.
We can hear.
Hi. You're on live. How are you?
Good. It's Georgia.
Hi, Georgia. Do you have a question for Joanne, honey?
Just wondering if either one of you could tell me what's going on.
Well, you guys.
What's going on? You want to narrow down a relationship, work, job, career? What do you got going on?
Mostly, I'm just wondering if I have anything blocking me from this windfall that I'm supposed to receive.
Well, I think part of you, Georgia, is that you're kind of skeptical on it. People could tell you a certain thing, and you kind of become the doubting Thomas. Is that true?
Not really. It's probably at the surface. Now, this could be something deep within, because I used to be a thing, but I really worked on that.
Well, I think you keep a lot of things. You live in your head too much sometimes, and I think that is what gets you into the question marks all the time. But what's your birthday, Georgia? Let me see what's going on with you.
9/4/56.
Okay. So you know what your numbers and your names signify. I analyze. Do you find that you overthink?
Oh yeah, I can.
Well, that's what I've been trying to say to you from the get-go here, is that you're intense. You're intense because you live in your head, and that's where confusion comes in, because you might be focusing on on the cons instead of the pros, you really need to get a piece of paper out. Let's draw a line down the middle, and we'll write pros and cons and then make a decision. But I think you're too hard on yourself, number one. I think too critical of yourself.
Yeah, that's probably going on right now.
Well, it's part of your birth date and it's part of your first name. So
right.
it's a lesson. It's a lesson for you to learn. Do you do affirmations? Do you meditate? Do you do anything of those things?
I do.
Okay.
I clear myself every day. I do Jimmy's work, and I clear myself, and I really focus on dropping into my heart and set intentions. I'm going to tell you to do. I think that's all good, but I got a challenge for you. For the next 30 days, I want you to carry a little notebook around with you, and I want you to record the inside voice, and you're going to be mesmerized and shocked at the end of 30 days. I don't want you to analyze it. I don't want you to read it. I just want you to write down what's going on between your ears. And I did this exercise when I was 28 years old, and I was mortified. I could not believe how really what was going on in the inside voice. And it sabotages you. And it makes you question things. Okay? So I'm glad that you do the spiritual stuff. I'm happy about that. But this has to get into the heart of the matter here. Right. No, I get that. I absolutely do.
This is a good year for you to make any moves as far as investment, what you've got on paper, taking a stronger direction on anything. Are you working at this time?
Yes.
Okay. Because there could be a raise or there could be a promotion coming up for you, but I feel that it's going to be more towards the fall.
Okay. At the moment, I don't really get paid per se. I exchange.
Okay. I think you need the balance of both. I think that besides the exchange, you should figure out a new way to retool of generating some income other than exchange.
Okay, I've been looking at that too.
I think that that's a wonderful thing to ponder on, and I would definitely get creative on that.
Okay.
All right.
I'm learning
there
how
you
to
go.
All right, guys.
Well,
did you hear me?
Bet. Keep it in mind, honey. Yeah, everybody's doing good. So no news is good news around here.
Right.
Right.
My mother used to say, "And this too shall pass." So we'll
right.
Yeah, we'll show the little kids the face masks and the gloves, and they'll go, "What's that about?" And it's like, well, when you were really little.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Thanks for calling in tonight, honey. We appreciate you listening to the show.
Hey, thank you guys. Love to you both.
You bet. Have a great night. Thank you. Bye for now. 727's our next caller. Hi, we know where that's calling from.
Hi there, Jimmy. Sherilyn here from Clearwater, Florida.
How are you?
Hey, Cheryl.
I'm awesome.
Good.
Good. Did you have a question, honey?
Yeah. I want to know the direction of what I should do for my health.
What's your birthday, Cheryl?
January 20th, 1952. And don't repeat it.
Oh, please. I'm older than you, so. Let's see here. 3, 8. Okay. I really think that this has to do with your stomach.
Okay.
Do you have stomach issues?
Yeah, not stomach, but digestion.
That's digestion of stomach. But I also feel like you need to be more alkaline. Jimmy, are you picking that up?
Yeah, people generally test. She'll either test for more digestive enzymes or probiotics. She tests really strong for probiotics, and Dr. Oz, so that would be acidic versus more alkaline. So, yeah, you're leaning in the right direction. And so I'd be doing probiotics. She could take as many as 3 of them, like 3 times a day. In between meals, Dr. Oz did an entire show on probiotics, and they figured out the best time to even take them is in between lunch and dinner, although you could stand at least 3 between every meal. So somewhere, before, during, after, about an hour or so after a meal, you could do well to take about 3 of those probiotics with a big glass of water. That's going to go a long way to help you. Make sense?
And digestive enzymes, I get real strong, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Very cool. Yep. She could do both. I even know of some products that got them both in there, so that's good, too. Did you want to stand up, honey? We'll rock some things out for you. What are you experiencing?
Absolutely.
I mean, diarrhea, constipation, bloating, what do you got going on?
It's inflammation. Joint.
Inflammation.
Pain in my thumbs and feet, body.
All right. Can you stand up real quick?
I am facing
north.
Yes, I'm facing north.
All right. Going to pull you forward for yes, push you backwards for no. We're going to go in and find all this inflammation, especially the joint inflammation. It's going to feel like somebody's pulling you forward when it comes in.
Yep.
And we're going to release it, resolve it, delete and erase it. Have her learn all the lessons she needed to from it. Release her from the service to it. Pull her straight back when you're done. And you'll feel a wave, and it's going to pull you backwards.
Okay.
Excellent. I'll bring you back to neutral once it's done. Yeah. And for joint pain, I really like MSM, which is a form of sulfur. And you could even go to Walmart here locally, get some glucosamine chondroitin with MSM in it. And you need to be drinking a whole lot more water than you're probably drinking right now. Just saying. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
All right. It's going to go a long way to help you out if you just do that. So keep us posted.
Will do. Will do.
All right. Appreciate you listening to the show, honey. Thanks for calling in.
Thank you.
You bet. Have a great night. 203 is our next caller. Hi, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hello? Me?
Hi. Yep, 203. You're on live. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
I'm Christine, calling from New Hampshire.
How are you tonight?
I'm good.
Good.
I have a bad memory. I have memory loss, so I was wondering if you could work with that, heal it, or at least improve it.
You want to stand up, face due north?
Face north. Okay.
Yep. Going to feel like somebody's pulling you forward for yes and pushing you backwards for no. So I would just own that and just say I have memory loss. See if it pulls you forward, back, or in between.
It's actually turning me towards the right, northeast.
Towards the left or the right?
The right.
To the right. Okay, so that's control. So we're going to release that for you. And then it's going to pull you back when all that releases.
Okay.
I'm just doing it now. There you go. So let's just, there's really 3 levels of memory: long-term, mid-range, and short-term memory. You test pretty good for short-term memory. You test weaker on long-term and mid-range memory. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we're going to release all those for you. And actually, I want to just strengthen your brain right now. It's going to pull you forward when it comes in. I'm doing it now. And you'll feel a wave. It's going to pull you forward and then bring you back to neutral when it's done. Make sense? You feeling it?
Yep. Yeah.
Awesome. Bound to help you, honey.
Thanks.
We could spend all night on memory, though. You know, I'd go through brain. I'd go through a lot of different things. What happened to you? What had occurred? Did you have a fall, a car wreck? What happened?
I was in an airplane and it went too high, like the pressure or something like that.
You were in an airplane and what happened?
Yeah, it was the pressure from the airplane. I went from East Coast to West Coast, like all at once, without stopping, like off to like take like a break or take catch another flight. It was like a one way in the pressure or something. Did it?
Okay, that's what you feel happen. I mean, not everybody on the plane had that experience, right?
No, well, that and when growing up, I kind of had like abusive past.
Okay.
With a one-time guardian, and then the plane kind of put me over the top.
Got it. Yeah, so we could spend some real time on that. I got it.
Yeah, you have no control flying a plane either. So, you know, you have to rely on the pilot. So if you have control issues, that's definitely going to work on your nervous system. And let me ask you a question. Do you drink diet drinks?
Yeah.
You have to stop diet drinks. It's affecting your memory. It's not the pressure of the plane. It's the diet drinks that's affecting your brain. Stop diet drinks. If you want to make iced tea, use stevia. I'm sure Jimmy tests that, but I'm telling you that the whole time you've been talking, I had to ask you if you drank diet drinks. You've got to stop every diet drink you drink.
Like diet soda, I would say, like Light.
Yeah, there's a lot of additives and weird stuff and all that, honey.
Well, it's taken away your memory, and it will come back if you get off the diet. You can make lemonade with stevia. You can make lime water with stevia. There's Zevia, which is Zevia, which is a natural soda if you're addicted to fizz, because that's made with stevia. You cannot do Truvia and all this other stuff, just plain stevia.
Okay.
But you have to get off these diet drinks for a minimum of 6 to 8 months, and you will get your memory back.
Okay. So you mean like just diet drinks, like specifically by name, or you mean like anything healthy, like smoothies or what?
Anything that's called diet, zero, whatever, do not drink it.
Okay. Okay, thank
Definitely
you.
affecting you.
So I could have lime water or something, though.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you could use limes, lemons, whatever, squeeze that in water, put some stevia in it. It's Stevia. Yeah, and do it like that. You could make lemonade. You can do all kinds of things from scratch.
You can make ice.
We're just letting you know there's more chemicals than sugar and water. Believe me, there's 10 other chemicals in what you're drinking. It's not good. It's definitely making you oversensitive too. So keep that in mind.
Right.
Okay?
Okay. All right.
Thanks for calling in tonight. Yeah. Keep us posted.
I will.
You as well, honey. Bye-bye. Joanne, it flew by, as always does. Tell folks how to get a hold of you, honey, for a private session.
They can look at my website, which is Psychic Joanne, JoAnne, Leo.com. They can text me or call me at 727-743-3400, and I'm offering the virtual readings, and they can schedule that. I work by appointment, like you, Jimmy. So.
Love it. Yeah. Thanks for being on the show, honey. We always have fun, you and me. We go way back, so I appreciate you helping out tonight. It's all good. It's all good.
I love doing it. I love doing it with you, Jimmy.
Thank you. I love doing shows. I think it's fun. I'm doing Darius's tomorrow. I think it's 4 p.m., and that's a worldwide event, too. So they're all free, folks. Call in, get a reading, get a session, get a healing, whatever works for you. Keep us in mind, everybody. We're here every Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, and you can always hear the replay at the JimmyMackHealingShow.com. Sign up for the newsletter, JimmyMackHealing.com. Want to wish everybody the rest of your life will be the best of your life, and remember to make progress every day. Thanks, everyone. Good night. Bye for now.
Jimmy Mack is a renowned medical intuitive and spiritual life coach who, after a near-death experience, was divinely shown a simpler way to create healing and profound changes, now known as My Liquid Fish, Change Made Simple. Host of talk radio show called the Jimmy Mack Healing Show. Jimmy works worldwide with clients in person, on the phone, and over Skype, accessing energetic powers and co-creating changes that you actually feel. Visit www.jimmymackhealing.com.
Become a Goldilocks Productions VIP patron. Receive exclusive access to live stream special and other epic perks. Join the Goldilocks Productions VIP community today.